All week long, I've been going live as a part of the See Life Different Challenge. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Zaakirah. I am a creative strategist, a cancer survivor, and a uh, empowerment coach. I think I'm gonna throw that in. I empower creatives who are women, who are marginalized, who are women of faith, to step outside of their comfort zone and operate in their purpose. So I'm coming to you live from a different location. We got different things going on because it is my birthday week. My birthday is the next day after this video. So we're making some adjustments here. We're making it happen. All right. So if you have not been watching the challenge all week long, it is not too late to do that. The best way to do that is to get on my email list. Get on my email list. When you're on my email list, you will one get access to a workbook. Yes, a little handy dandy note taking workbook. We can take notes and take action. That's what we've been doing all week long. We've been mastering our mindset, mastering our branding aesthetic, and then mastering our marketing. I added a little bit of a bonus and taught you a little bit of data, how to use your data when it comes to your social media marketing. So today is a very, very special day. So if you have not been catching the replays are going to come down in 3 days, 4 days. So make sure you catch the replays and make sure you get the link. Get on the email list, you can get the link to the replays. Now, I'm going to jump right in today because we got conversations to have. So today, I am bringing a very, very special guest. And this special guest is one dear to my heart because she is family, but also because she's worked with me not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times. So we're gonna talk about Houseway, and also you're gonna get to meet her. She's actually along a part of this challenge. We've also had personal concierge. So if you have been on the email list, you've seen the emails go out. If you're in the Facebook group, you've seen the graphics go out. That's all her. And that's the beauty of teamwork. That's the beauty of family. That's the beauty of sisterhood. And so I'm going to introduce to you to singer songwriter Shawnee Jay. And she's going to talk about herself and what it's been like working with me and how you too can work with the Sea Life Different brand. So I'm going to bring Shawnee up. Hey, Shawnee.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am good. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being the godsend, the light of my life this past week. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for thinking about me and allowing me the opportunity to work with you to like really bring this to life. It's been great.
Yes, and let's just go right into that. Like, not only were you the personal concierge, which is another word for like virtual assistant, but that's how we can really make this live launch more personable. But what was different about it for you as also a student? You kind of taking notes for yourself too, I heard, huh?
Yeah. So, like, I had to go back and watch everything again because the first time I was watching them, it was really for the business and to be able to capture things for the emails and for the posts going out. So, I was like, on my day off, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go through all these again and have my notebook and take notes and apply it to me and my business and what I have going on. So, and it's been great. It's been very helpful.
Yay, yay, perfect. Well, let's go right ahead into it. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Who are you?
So, I'm Shawnee Jay, singer, songwriter, a spiritual practitioner, and I help people with, authentic storytelling and with holistic truth, whether it be internally or externally.
Now, what y'all don't know is she just learned that from the challenge too.
Oh, I get to say that. Okay, yes. Okay, so that was one of the things that I learned and got from the workshop. We got to work on our help statement, so that's mine. And Zaakirah got to. Am I pointing to you and I point this way, or is it this way?
It was the first one you did. Yeah, that one. Are you
Zaakirah
right? Is it
helped
this
me
way
with
or are you
that.
that way?
When she has been doing the promo for this and saying, join us because she will hold your hand and walk you through it, she meant that. So definitely take advantage of this workshop.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now,
Mhm.
I kind of want to go back. We're gonna go back to basics, and maybe we're gonna go back about 10 years because that is when I first know that your journey first started. One, it first started as a whole, but also first started with me. So tell me more about that. Where were you in 2013?
Oh Lord. Okay, so I pretty much had just graduated college, and I had just either had just released my first EP or was getting ready to. And that's when we did our first photo shoot, and it was amazing. So I got to work with you in the very beginning of building my brand as an artist and really putting myself out there and, coming from the background and behind the scenes and keeping my story to myself, like you talked about. Um, that was me kind of like pushing myself, coming out of my comfort zone and vocalizing. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, and taking those steps so that way other people knew it and it was, I was making it my career. And so you were one of the main people that kind of helped me, put my image out there, pull it together, start the brand and everything like that. And we've just been growing ever since.
3 times a charm, like, but what is that like? I know that itself is not normal, right? For people to one as a photographer, but two as a whole, no matter where you are in your creative journey, to work with someone again and again and again. So what was that for you? What came to your mind? What was that like? I'm gonna keep coming back.
Well, I mean, I kept coming back because, I noticed how professional you were. And it's crazy because we had our first photo shoot shortly after we met for the first time.
Yeah.
Like this was within the same like week or weekend. Like it was a short amount of time. But I had seen your work before then. So, like you come prepared, you're organized, you had your portfolio ready, you had work that I could look at and say, okay, I like what she has going on here. And you come fully prepared with your equipment. You're very professional, you're very organized, and you're not someone that just is taking pictures and you're like, okay, next. What are you doing? Okay, next. Like you're giving me tips, you're giving me feedback, you're giving me like certain postures, you're helping with the ideas, you're like taking the time to maybe see what my vision is and then tweak it a bit. And that was what I was looking for in a photographer. So that was amazing. So I just knew like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna work together again. And it was that same vibe and that same energy again and again, a very warm and welcoming vibe. I felt safe, because you're another woman, you're a woman of color, you are a creative as well. So we are we're in the same worlds, like you get it, you know what I mean? Like we can do the work and we can also talk about certain things. So it was all of that for me.
I love that, and thank you for sharing that because, I mean, yes, we're cousins, but like it's beyond that. I think
Yes.
one with you being the singer songwriter that you are, and me being a photographer that I still am, even though I'm now tweaking to online and digital marketing and empowerment, but it's still a Caucasian and male dominated industry.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. White, white dominated industry, male dominated industry. And unfortunately I've experienced some shady things, some ugly things. But and so that's why I started to gravitate more towards wanting to work with other women of color, people that I could identify with. And that's pretty much become like your whole brand. And so it's something I've been able to like gravitate towards and keep with even after all this time. So it's definitely about more than us just being family. You know what I mean? Like you're talented, you know what you're doing, and you're passionate about this, and you actually care, and that comes through in your work and in your energy. Like you can feel it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, I feel like I want you to dig a little deeper. Like, tell us what has been that journey like? Like, from then to now. I think people are probably, if they saw your photo, they're like, "Oh, she got a little head wrap on now. What's going on? Where's her pop pop?"
Yes, so much has happened. I've learned so much. There's been so much like enlightenment along the way. Um, back then I was rocking the huge afro, and now I'm like bald, and I love it here. And one thing about like people may not realize about like the natural hair care journey, um, you kind of go in one rabbit hole and you end up in another, and it like segues and everything. So along the way, I started to have to pay attention more to like your hair and what it needs, and then you start learning if you want something beautiful on the outside, it has to start from the inside. And so you see a lot of things about like clean eating, and I was noticing that I was feeling really fatigued, really just sluggish, super tired after a meal, wanting to take these long naps, no energy, procrastinating, my body's aching, my knees are cracking. It was just not good. So I started looking more into like doing a lot of research about like health and wellness. And that's when, like maybe a year later, 2014 is when I started to just eat seafood. I was doing like the pescatarian diet thing, did that for 2 years, and then went vegetarian. And I've been that way ever since, just living the plant based diet. And as far as music, we've kind of evolved from there too. But you've been with me on this journey, and I'm so happy to be able to say that. Like you've been able to kind of capture this journey over time, and that's really cool. And I'm honestly looking forward to another photo shoot because I need, with the new look and the updated brand look.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you being a part of the journey as well because when we met, I think that you also just graduated from photography school, and I hadn't had, I think maybe by our second photo shoot, I think I probably started to have a social media client. But even now, I think we're literally, like you said, just right alongside each other's journey. It's not like somebody's ahead and somebody's trying to get behind or any of that. And even with now, like that's where we're going now. That's what See Life Different Challenge is. It's all about. It's bridging the photography, the digital marketing, the community all together because also there's not that many women of color that are holistic, right? Like from the inside out, and that's also where we're in alignment. And I'm so happy that you are here. I'm so happy that you are still sharing your journey. I'm so happy that you are still walking in your purpose.
Yes. And it's so nice to be able to say, that I'm walking beside someone that's another, amazing, beautiful black woman of color, however we're identifying. We are hand in hand, we are walking beside one another, and just being able to support one another on our journeys. Like it's been an amazing thing to have that support system and to be able to, have your support with what I'm doing and to be able to support you with what I'm doing, and to just have this like nice exchange over the years. Like it's been great.
Yeah. Now speaking of support, if someone else is really looking for that, level of support, why should they choose the See Like Different Summit?
Well, let me just say, nah. um, so like I said, they should choose it because I've definitely been learning a lot. Like we are on what is this day 4, 5? It's going by so
We've been
quick.
going since the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. Yep,
Oh
we've been
yes, because
going.
tomorrow's the birthday. We're doing a little more of a more relaxing, more of a Q&A kind of style. So yeah, it's been like a lot of information like coming in, and it's definitely been helpful. It's definitely been eye-opening. I am starting to see how much needs to be done. Like I'm pretty much ready to just tear it down and start it over and build it from scratch. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a lot of information, you know what I mean? You are so knowledgeable about what you're doing. And again, like I said, it shows, and it's across the board. It's not just with the photography. I've been able to witness your journey with everything that you've been doing, with the marketing, with the social media, with the like agencies, with their websites, like the workshops. You're giving it all. Like and even within this workshop alone, you're offering all these resources to help people. And almost anyone can use this, you know what I mean? It's not for just one type of person in one type of industry. Like you've made it to where people can apply it and customize it and do what works for them. And like I said, you have just been a sorry for the background noise. You've just been a very like warm and welcoming personality. Your name literally speaks for itself. You are a bright light that is Very, very true. And you've always been super professional, and I just feel like, as a black woman in a, like you said, in a male dominated industry, it gets hard to find that. You know what I mean? I've been in situations where, I thought certain people were my friends. I thought they were going to support me, and they didn't. And I found that really weird, but I never found that to be the case with you. I personally think it's weird when people do something like, let's say you take my photos, but then you never post them. I'm the only one that posts them, and I even tag you, but then you never even repost it. Like, I've been in those kinds of situations. Um, but that's never been the case. You take my photos, you post them up, you tag me, you say, hey, this is an artist, this is singer songwriter Shawnee Jay. Go check her out. You know what I mean? You show up to come support me in multiple different ways. So it's like, not only did I get a photographer or build a working relationship, now it's kind of like, we have a back and forth. We have a relationship outside of that. And I think that's very important. It's something that's even looked over today to a certain extent. So yeah, I just go for it, y'all. Like, make the investment in yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. And speaking of, while you're at this new journey and new phase of your life, we're just about wrapping up. And I want to thank everybody for listening and watching too. Now, where can they find and connect with you? Like, what if they want them, you to be their personal concierge?
Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I have been the personal concierge for Zaakirah during this workshop here. So I'm offering virtual assistant and social media management services. You can follow me um, either on the Instagram that you see below, or you can check out my website, magicallymade.me. I have a section on there that says hire virtual assistant for hire. That's where you can set up a call with me and we can talk about what it is that you need. And yeah, I'm also on Facebook, Shawnee Jay. I'm also on TikTok, Shawnee Jay _
Is that website right? Did I type that right?
magically
Magically.
made.me. Yep. Mhm.
Okay, perfect. So go to that website, go to all of her social media networks, check out all of her services. And I mean it not just because I'm saying go support my girl, and I mean that. And anything else you want to say to anybody if they didn't got nothing else from anything that you shared tonight?
I mean, I'm all about just like living your truth. Live your truth. It's okay to be honest with yourself about where you are, but make sure that you take the time to be proactive and take the steps that you know you need to take to get to where you want to be. And I truly do feel like I was blessed with this opportunity. Like, when you talk about divine timing, like, it really went both ways. So this was great. I've been so glad and grateful to have this experience, to be able to kind of get behind the scenes and be able to pick your mind and just see this all like unfold for you. It's been amazing, and I really appreciate it. And I really pray that everything turns out well and that you have a successful rest of the workshop and a successful turnout for the summit. All right, make sure y'all go sign up. I'll be sending out those emails.
That's right. Well, thank you, and I appreciate you.
Thank
All right, now. All right, so this is the link down there below. That's the link to find out more details about this summit, March 11th, 2023, in Atlanta, Georgia. It's especially for you if you are a woman of color, especially for you if you are a creative, especially for you if you are differently able. Okay. And if you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to reach out to me or Shawnee. And we got one more day coming. We got the big birthday coming. Now, if you have not um, been on my email list, you should get on my email list because you're going to see an email come out where you can actually join me live, just like Shawnee did. Join me live and pick my brain, ask me anything, say happy birthday because this is a milestone birthday and I want to celebrate it with you, both virtually and then again in person in March 2023. So thank you so much for watching the day 5 of the See Life Different Challenge, and I can't wait to see how you live life differently